Chapter 51 Eat It All. You are listening at NovelsThe. In the City Lord's mansion, the 5 incarnations of divine power gathered here and sat down separately. 8 formation masters were captured alive at the same time. This time the Food Nation forces sent a group of top eternal true gods. Moli Xiao said, according to the 5 surviving formation masters, the Food Nation forces are tracking down the Huyang City formation map all information. The formation masters are only responsible for repairing a very small area, and they know very little about the complete formation diagram. The Lord of Huyang City said, such a big movement cannot be just for that little piece of information. The blood-colored scaled figure Wu Kolu said calmly, the formation masters know very little about the complete formation diagram, but they know very well the general layout of the formation diagram in Huyang City. Everyone present agreed, formation masters like Entropy Tianyan and the others can repair formations in small areas. They are extremely accomplished in formations. From a glimpse, they will have a rough guess about the layout of the entire Huyang City formation. They must have a plan for the Huyang City formation. The leader of the Meiwu clan also said solemnly. Shueyun is very forbearing. There hasn't been such a big movement for a long time. Mo Lixiao said, I think I can go to the Lord Marquis and ask for help. Agree. The forces of the Food Kingdom are just starting to capture the formation masters. Once we really show our fangs, we may not be able to hold on. Please report to the Marquis. Everyone agreed. They had no time to cover up the previous incident of Mei Wuqi massacred hundreds of millions of people in the city, so naturally they did not dare to ask for help, but facing the forces of the food country, they felt confident in asking for help. Luo Feng didn't know much about the overt and covert struggles between the city lord's mansion and the forces of the food kingdom. He also temporarily lived in Tianyan Gate. This is also a public statement, I will protect Entropy Tianyan. 2 days have passed in the blink of an eye. Luo Feng was wandering around the Tianyan sect, watching the disciples of the Tianyan sect refining secret weapons. Your Majesty. The third son of the Moyu family, Liuxing, who was giving instructions to his juniors, saw Luo Feng and saluted quickly. He is also quite talented in weapon refining and has enough resources to become the true god of the void. The 3 brothers of the Moyu family, the eldest and the third, are all true gods of the void. Only Moyu Qinyan, who follows Luo Feng, has always been a true god. Mou is sentenced to exile. Luo Feng looked at him with a smile, I heard that you are married. Yes, she is a senior sister I met after joining Tianyan sect. Mo Yuxing mentioned his wife and showed a happy smile. It seems that Tianyan sect suits you very well. Luo Feng said with a smile, there are countless creatures in the origin continent, and most of them will never marry a wife in their lifetime. After all, their lifespan is infinite and there is no need to reproduce. Meeting your true love and being willing to marry is a rare thing in the origin continent, and some extremely powerful beings with extraordinary bloodlines will also reproduce some bloodline descendants just to pass on their bloodlines. Tianyan sect is very suitable for me, and Master also guides us carefully. Mo Liuxing said. Suddenly, Entropy Tianyan came eagerly from a distance and flew to Luo Feng in just 2 steps. Brother Luohe. Entropy Tianyan was a little anxious. Luo Feng waved his hand to Mo Yuxing, who immediately bowed and retreated. What's wrong? Luo Feng asked. 3 of the 8 formation masters who were captured before were killed. Entropy Tianyan said, after their death, their families may encounter some trouble, so I am also paying attention to their situation. Entropy Tianyan likes to make friends, and these 3 people are in the same circle, so naturally they are all his friends. 2 of these 3 companies were swallowed up by Yunbao House without any notice. Yunbao House has branches in many big cities in the Yu Kingdom. They mainly sell mid to low-end secret treasure weapons. Entropy Tianyan said, like the Tianyan sect that I founded, and some of the shops owned by other weapon refining masters, they are just small businesses. Yunbao Tower is a large-scale business power. Luo Feng listened. How many points can be sold in one era to sell the eternal true god weapon secret treasure? Selling to the true God and the true God of Void is the most profitable. Because the extremely large number is enough to accumulate terrifying wealth, just like the God Kings and Chaos Lords, they also collect residential fees from the massive people of the true God in order to receive the largest resources. It stands to reason that Yunbao Tower would disdain to plunder local families, but this time Yunbao Tower did just that. Entropy Tianyan was angry. It must be that some of the eternal true gods of Yunbao Tower's branch in Huyang City were greedy and swallowed lost those two families. In front of Yunbao Tower, these two families couldn't resist at all. Without a sound, all the resources, materials and stores accumulated by the two families for a long time were taken away. Entropy Tianyan said angrily, "That's it. Yunbao Tower's strength, they were too strong and did not go on a killing spree." Although the two families were completely in despair, they managed to save their lives because not many ethnic groups died fighting for the property. But the Chifeng family is in dire straits. They were targeted by the Dark Force Six Lords Alliance. Most of the tens of thousands of core ethnic groups in the Chifeng family died, and most of the resources were directly forcibly plundered. The two children of the eternal true God, they were even taken to the headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance by the Thousand-Eyed Lord. Entropy Tianyan said, they probably forced the two children to hand over all the inherited resources to them. Brother Luohe, Lord Qi Fengshan is my good friend. Most of his clan has died. I want to save his two children. Entropy Tianyan looked at Luo Feng. The Six Lords Alliance will not give me face. So I asked Brother Luohe to help me. Luo Feng frowned when he heard this. The City Lord's mansion is watching helplessly. Those three formation masters repaired the formations for the City Lord's mansion, which caused a big disaster. Most of the eternal true gods in Huyang City have served the City Lord's palace. When did the City Lord's palace care about the life and death of those eternal true gods? Entropy Tianyan shook his head, unless he surrenders completely and becomes a vassal. Otherwise, the City Lord's palace will not care about it. Leave this matter to me. Luo Feng nodded, flew far away, and glanced at Morosa, who was eating and drinking happily. With one look, Morosa understood. Master. Morosa immediately flew over. Let's go out. Luo Feng drove the flying boat and took Morosa straight to the headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance. There are 18 dark forces in the entire Huyang City, and the Six Lords Alliance is one of them. The headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance has been dark for a long time, with a faint mist lingering around it. A large number of internal members are operating in the headquarters, busy with their respective tasks. In one of the halls of the headquarters, the Chifeng family brother and sister sat there, fearfully looking at the red-robed woman in front of them. Your father is dead, and it is not a good thing for you to have treasures, but a bad thing. The red-robed woman sat there and chuckled. Before, I asked your fellow tribesmen to transfer the family's resources obediently, but they were still unwilling. No. The result of your wish is that most of your kind will die. Now it's your turn. The woman in red robe looked at the brother and sister. Chifeng Shenjun only has 2 children, you. He must have arranged a way out for you. He probably also left resources for you at the Yanfeng Guild Hall. As I said, contact the Yanfeng Guild Hall immediately and transfer all resources to me. You can live. Otherwise, you will also die. If you die, everything will be for nothing. The woman in red robe looked at the 2 fat sheep. As one of the leaders of the dark forces, she has been hunting for fat sheep for a long time. After Chifeng Shenjun died, his 2 children were naturally the big fat sheep. For example, after Jiao Rongyan died, his daughter Jiao Rongqi could be considered a fat sheep. It was only because Jiao Rongqi had been living in the cave of the Moli clan that she didn't run into trouble. Fortunately, I acted quickly enough, otherwise, if I had been slower, it would have been taken away by other dark forces. The red-robed woman Qianyanjin thought. At this moment, Luo Feng had already brought Morosa to the Six Lords Alliance headquarters in a flying boat. Putting away the flying boat, Luo Feng and Morosa appeared in front of the main entrance of the Six Lords Alliance headquarters. Master. Fight in. Morosa was ready to make a move. Luo Feng had already taken one step forward. Boom. Breaking into the headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance without permission will naturally trigger a counterattack from the headquarters formation. The dark formation exploded with rumbling power, crushing Luo Feng, trying to tear Luo Feng into pieces. What's going on? Many members of the Six Lords Alliance headquarters, including the eternal true gods who were at the headquarters at the moment, were a little surprised. Luo Feng led Morosa into the headquarters. The invisible energy naturally formed around his body was able to crush the power of the formation. While entering the headquarters, Luo Feng instantly locked onto the Thousand-Eyed Lord, and also discovered the pair of brothers and sisters from the Qi Feng family beside the red-robed woman, the Thousand-Eyed Lord. Entropy Tianyan had naturally given the information about these brothers and sisters to Luo Feng a long time ago. Lord Luohe. Lord Baiwu of the Six Lords Alliance shouted from a distance, boom. As soon as Luo Feng took a step, he took Morosa with him and roared through many obstacles, smashed through the building walls, and came directly to the interior of the palace hall, appearing in front of Thousand-Eyed Lord. Lord Tianyan looked at Luo Feng in shock, looked at the shattered building rubble around him, smiled and saluted. Tianyan has seen Lord Luohe. Lord Luohe. The other two eternal true gods who were in the headquarters at the moment, Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng, flew over quickly. They were both polite and humble, and did not dare to offend in the slightest. Luo Feng looked at the red-robed woman. Tianyan, you were the one who attacked the Qifeng family. The red-robed woman immediately made a guess and said quickly, I am protecting the two children of Lord Qifeng Shenjun. I did not kill those ethnic groups in the Qifeng family. She was the one who killed him. Of the brother and sister in the corner of the hall, although the older brother was frightened, he still gritted his teeth and shouted those words. The red-robed woman looked at the brother and sister in shock and anger. Lord Luohe, the red-robed woman was about to defend herself when she saw Lord Luohe in front of her extending her hand. She didn't care about anything else, and instantly used her true form to survive. A huge creature twisted and appeared, with strange eyes on the surface. She indeed had more than 1,000 eyes, which could damage the enemy's soul. Luo Feng stretched out his hand in a seemingly ordinary way, and passed through the behemoth, crushing the heart of the true god. Only the distorted corpse of the true god fell away. Luo Feng waved his hand and collected the corpse. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng were both confused when they saw the scene in front of them. Although Lord Thousand Eyes was not as good as the Blood Python Guild Master, he was still an extremely powerful eternal true god, but he had no ability to resist in front of Lord Luohe. Are the deaths of a large number of members of the Qifeng family related to you? Luo Feng looked at the two of them. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng shook their heads quickly. They knew that if one answer was bad, they would both die. Chapter 52 The Arrogant Lord Luohe. You are listening at NovelsThe. The members of the Six Lords Alliance headquarters could vaguely see the figures of Luo Feng, Lord Baiwu, and Lord Qiu Feng through the damaged buildings. These ordinary members were trembling with fear and did not dare to approach. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng were extremely panicked, fearing that they would end up like Lord Thousand Eyes. It has nothing to do with us. Baiwu Juan said urgently. That is Lord Thousand Eyes' prey. There is no way she would allow us to interfere. Lord Qifeng also said, and we also advised her. After all, it is the family after the death of the eternal true God, so we can't do anything too ugly. She doesn't want to do anything too ugly. Listen, Lord Baiwu also said, most of the eternal true gods in the entire Huyang city are known to each other, and we have to be more restrained in our actions. But Lord Thousand Eyes is crazy and acts wantonly. Luo Feng frowned slightly. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng shut up immediately. The information I know also says that Thousand Eyes Lord did it. That's why you can escape. Luo Feng said coldly. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiu Feng secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Only when facing this Lord Luohe could they feel the suffocating pressure. They had no doubt that if they disagreed, Lord Luohe would crush them to death. I will kill the Thousand-Eyed Lord who took action directly. As for the 5 of you, that's it. I will fine you 300,000 cosmic sand and spare your lives. Luo Feng said calmly. 300,000 cosmic sand. Lord Bai Wu and Lord Qiu Feng looked at each other, and they immediately contacted the other three companions through a summons. They are afraid of the Lord Luohe, but 300,000 cosmic sand is indeed a lot of wealth. If divided equally, each of the five of them would have to come up with 60,000 cosmic sand. They themselves also have to consume a lot of resources to practice, and they also have to buy inheritance and secret weapons. Most of them can't afford so much. Lord Luohe, we immediately contacted the other three companions. Lord Baiwu said to please, but we consume a lot of resources ourselves and cannot produce much cosmic sand. If you can't get it, you can die. Luo Feng looked at them. He had no sympathy at all for the eternal gods of the dark forces. No. Qiu Fengjun explained, we can also collect some cosmic sand by selling the secret treasure weapons, but in the past 20 years, we have never offended the Lord Shen. Regarding the Qi Feng family, the five of us are together. We are wronged for not participating. Can God have mercy on us and reduce the punishment? 300,000 cosmic sands are very stressful for us. You dark forces will one day start to be reasonable. Luo Feng looked at them with a faint smile, aren't you always hunting? You randomly select a large number of prey in your own territory and hunt them wantonly. Did those prey offend you? Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiufeng were silent. Kill and plunder all sentient beings for your own body. Kill all of you guys. No one is wronged. That is to say, it is everywhere in the origin continent. I, a little eternal true God, can't control it. But if you get into my hands, I will kill you and punish you. You guys, do you still have any objections? Luo Feng looked at them, since you bargained, the price of your life has now changed to 500,000 cosmic sand. You, the five eternal true gods of the Six Lords Alliance, can survive by taking out 500,000 cosmic sand. If you can't take it out, you will die. Luo Feng said leisurely, I will give you 1 day to prepare. 500,000 cosmic sand. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiufeng were trembling. Any further opinions? Luo Feng looked at them. No objection, no objection. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiufeng shook their heads immediately, no longer daring to talk about reason. By the way, please send a message to the three eternal true gods of Yunbao Tower. Luo Feng ordered, just say that Yunbao Tower swallowed up the resources of the two major families. Seeing as they did not kill them wantonly, the fine for them is the same as that of your Six Lords Alliance, which is 500,000 cosmic sand. Give them 1 day to prepare. Yunbao Tower's fine is only 500,000 cosmic sand. Lord Baiwu and Lord Qiufeng inexplicably felt a lot better. It seems that they are not the only ones who are unlucky, the Six Lords Alliance. We will definitely send a message. Bai Wujuan and the others responded in succession. You only have 1 day. After Luo Feng finished speaking, he put away the Qifeng family brother and sister who had been hiding in the corner with their hearts trembling, and then left with Morosa. In a few steps, the two of them had already left the Six Lords Alliance headquarters, and then flew away in a flying boat. Lord Bai Wu and Lord Qiu Feng watched this scene silently. The city lord's mansion finally bowed their heads when facing the Lord Luohe. We couldn't resist at all. Lord Qiu Feng sighed. That idiot Tianyan, I have told you not to attack the forces of the eternal true God when you are looking for prey. The consequences will be endless, but she just won't listen. Let's just forget about her death, and she will make each of us pay 100,000 cosmic sand. Jun Luan is also a fool. He asked us to talk to Lord Luohe, but the price increased during this discussion. 300,000 cosmic sand became 500,000 cosmic sand. Lord Qiu Feng was so angry that his teeth itched. God Lord Luohe asked us to send a message, let's send a message to Yunbao Tower as well. Lord Baiwu immediately took out the summons and started to deliver the message. Yunbao Tower's branch in Huyang City is guarded by 3 eternal true gods, there is a chaos master behind Yunbao Tower, so even if it is a branch, all parties in Huyang City will give them face and will not easily provoke Yunbao Tower. Even the food country forces will not easily conflict with branches of major forces. What? The landlord and the two deputy landlords of Yunbao Tower were a little confused after receiving the news. This Lord Luohe is so brave. Dare you ask us to hand over 500,000 cosmic sand? Our Yunbao Tower was created by Tianyan. How dare he bully my Yunbao Tower like this? The three of them are in Huyang City, who wouldn't give them some face? The branches of the big forces are relatively aloof. Although they are not as high as the Yanfeng Guild Hall branch, they can still have frequent contacts with the 5 major families. What should I do? Black mist surrounded Yunbao's body, and a huge one I contained anger. This Lord Luohe is too much, but we can't report this matter to the Marquis. Firstly, this matter is for us to reap benefits privately. If the Marquis knows about it, he will punish us severely. Secondly, Yunbao's business is spread all over the Yu Kingdom. In most cities, there are countless affairs in each city, and the Marquis will not care about these trivial matters. Because Mr. Ho was too lazy to pay attention to it and only paid attention to the final accounts, they dared to profit from the name of Yunbao Tower. If the 3 eternal true gods swallowed up all the resources of the families of 2 formation masters, there would be quite a backlash. For example, Tianyan relies on killing to force the transfer of resources, but with Yunbao's name, he can intimidate all parties and get things done quietly. Over the years, they have become very skilled at doing this kind of thing. The income given to them by Yunbao Tower is really too little. Such benefits are the bulk of their profits. 500,000 cosmic sand is too much. The poster said, "I'm going to visit Mr. Wei Shen. If Mr. Wei Shen is willing to help, he should be able to resolve this matter." The 2 deputy landlords nodded. Yes, Mr. Wei Shen. If Mr. Wei Shen is willing to help, this is nothing more than a small matter. For them, they had to sell their armor and weapons to get 500,000 cosmic sand. Half of their lives were squeezed out, so naturally they would find a way to delay it. Marquis Tianbao wouldn't care about such a trivial matter, and they didn't dare to say anything, so they could only find a way by themselves. After much deliberation, the 5 major families did not dare to anger Lord Luohe, and could only count on Lord Wei. "I'll go over now." Yunbao, the owner of the building, didn't dare to delay and immediately visited Wei Shenjun. It didn't take long, the owner of Yunbao is back. How is it? The 2 deputy landlords felt that something was not good. If there was good news, they might have informed them in advance. The huge one eye of Yunbao's master said with an aggrieved look, "Wei Shenjun refused and even scolded us, asking us to obediently hand over 500,000 cosmic sand. Based on her judgment of Luohe Shenjun, if we don't hand it over, Luohe, I'm afraid the Lord God will take action. Luohe dares to kill us." A deputy landlord said anxiously. "He dares to kill the 5 major families. Do you think he dares to kill us?" "Alas, the Marquis will not interfere in the disputes between us eternal true gods." Yunbao, the owner of the building, shook his head. "Forget it, just bear with Na Luohe. If he is so arrogant, he will definitely have bad luck. Kill the 5 major families and threaten us. If you continue to be so arrogant, there will be backlash." The 2 deputy owners felt sorry for Universe Shah. "The 3 of us each took out part of the 500,000 cosmic sand," Yunbao's host said. "In the past, you got half of the benefits, and we split the remaining half. It should be the same this time. You pay 250,000 cosmic sand, and we both get 250,000 cosmic sand." The 2 deputy owners stood together. They were comparable. "The owner is quite poor. I can't afford 250,000 cosmic sand now. You can sell the treasures, or you can borrow them. This Lord Luohe is so ruthless. He wants our 6 sovereign alliance to provide 500,000 cosmic sand. The 6 sovereign alliance is also worried about getting together 500,000 cosmic sand. This day, Luo Feng forced his way into the Six Lords Alliance headquarters without any cover-up, and the news naturally spread in Huyang City. The posters and deputy posters of the Lujun Alliance and Yunbao Tower branch were all thinking of ways to sell treasures to collect cosmic sand, and naturally the news spread slowly: kill Thousand Eyes Lord and make the Six Lords Alliance and Yunbao Tower branches hand over 500,000 cosmic sand each. This news made all the forces in Huyang City look askance. After more than 20 years of silence, Lord Luohe is still so arrogant and temperamental. Lord Luohe. Lord Baiwu and Master Yunbao came to Tianyan together to visit Luo Feng. Luo Feng's temporary residence in Tianyan Gate is not a secret to the eternal true gods of Huyang City. They came within a day. Luo Feng stood up, and Entropy, Tianyan and Morosa followed and watched. It was our recklessness that angered the Lord God. Please calm down the Lord God. Lord Baiwu respectfully presented the jade bottle. This is 500,000 cosmic sand, all of which have been collected. Lord God, calm down. Yunbao, the owner of the building, did not dare to show any arrogance at this moment, and also offered the jade bottle. This is 500,000 cosmic sand, and we have properly arranged the two major families and ethnic groups. Entropy Tianyan looked at this scene and secretly sighed. Like the disciples of Entropy Tianyan and the rescued brother and sister of the Chifeng family, they all saw this scene from a distance. The two major forces in Huyang City paid a respectful visit and handed over 500,000 cosmic sand without daring to complain at all. This scene was very exciting to these disciples and the Chifeng family brothers and sisters. Okay, you can go. Luo Feng collected the two jade bottles, and after scanning with his divine power, he determined that there were quite a few cosmic sands. Mr. Baiwu and Master Yunbao bowed and left. After they left, some of the disciples watching from a distance started talking about it. Have you seen the power of Lord Luohe? A woman beside Mo Liuxing exclaimed. Liuxing, I heard that you had the opportunity to follow Lord Luohe before. Then you gave up. It's because I don't want to take risks. Mo Liuxing looked at his wife with a smile. Although I gave up, it was my second brother who followed Xinjun in the end, and I also met you, senior sister, when I came to Tianyan sect. The woman smiled and said with emotion, but you did miss a great opportunity. She felt sorry for her husband. On the path of cultivation, she knew very well how important a great opportunity was. Enten Tianyan and Luo Feng walked side by side in Tianyan Gate. One day, 1,000,000 cosmic sands, and the other party still offered it obediently. I have learned a lot. Tianyan sighed. The three dead eternal true gods, after their death, their families will probably have a hard time. Luo Feng said, I know you will take care of them, but I got a fortune because of them, so I naturally have to show some appreciation. Luo Feng gave a jade bottle to Tianyan. There is not much in it, only 30,000 cosmic sands. You can use it to settle the three families. 30,000 cosmic sands is a lot. Ordinary eternal true gods don't have so much treasures. Tianyan said, it's just to settle the family clan, there is no need for too much. You can arrange it. Luo Feng put the jade bottle in Tianyan's hand. Tianyan did not refuse again. Luo Feng looked at the night sky in the distance. I will be in seclusion for a while, you should be careful. Wealth has accumulated enough, it's time to do the third body training, thanks to the new leader for the reward, Troublesome Life Tutsao. Chapter 58 General Yong and Blood Cloud Lord. You are listening at NovelsThe. Lord Luohe, please continue to guard the forbidden area. The Shi Kingdom may return for a sneak attack at any time. Mo Lixiao responded, now there are many forces from the Food Kingdom attacking and killing people in Huyang City. Once the whole city calms down, Lord Luohe will be ready. Complete this hire. Okay. Luo Feng responded. He understood that on the one hand, the city lord's palace had detailed arrangements and the guards were strong enough, so he did not need to help. On the other hand, as an employee, the city lord's mansion has limited trust in me. I still want to fight with a few more masters, but it's a pity. Luo Feng took a step back to the forbidden area to guard the gate of the building hall, and began to reflect on the previous battle. Tianyan's divine power is far inferior to him, and the power of ice he can exert with the help of the mechanical secret treasure is inferior to his perfect divine body. Her sword skills, Luo Feng recalled, has a very profound impact on space, which is different from the impact of the 10,000 Realms escape order on space. Luo Feng understood, the road to the law of chaos is not easy. Luo Feng, who has only been an eternal true god for more than 20 years, is far behind Tianhu, and Xueyun in terms of realm accumulation. Luo Feng learned from his opponents to help himself grow faster. We have one in this forbidden area. The other two forbidden areas are still fighting. The Golden Dragon Army, the three sword-splitting heavenly beasts, and the blade-winged insect eater were also communicating, and they also felt a lot more relaxed. Fortunately, there is Lord Luohe, otherwise we would have to call for help alone. Lord Luohe really kept his promise and even killed several eternal true gods of the Food Kingdom. The eternal true god who controls thunder should have mechanical treasures, and they have also fallen into the hands of Lord Luohe. Earning 1 or 2 million cosmic sand is really a piece of cake for the Lord Luohe. They communicated through messages and were quite envious, although the City Lord's mansion believes that the possibility of Lord Luohe's betrayal is extremely low, they still have a backup plan. Once Shinjun Luohe betrays, the City Lord's mansion will immediately mobilize forces to support him. Bang! Bang! In the night sky, two towering figures were colliding and fighting. On one side is the mechanical secret treasure six-armed god owl controlled by Moli Xiao, and on the other side is the majestic true form of Tianhu. Tianhu is already burning with divine power and wielding a long stick. When the two sides collided, the power seemed to make the world tremble. This Tianhu deserves to be the leader of the 5 gods of Tian. His divine body has been cultivated to an unbelievable level, and the infinite divine body may not be more than this. Moli Xiao was quite shocked. I control the legion, and I have the help of the Huyang City formation. I can only barely hurt him. Tianhu didn't defend at all, and attacked with every move, as fierce and violent as a collision between heaven and earth. With his divine body, he recovered from that slight injury in an instant. Moli Xiao also had a headache for a while. God Lord Blood Cloud faces me, and he only has the advantage of realm. He cannot threaten my divine body at all. Tianhu is very confident. He can be called the most terrifying divine body at the eternal true god level. He has also practiced the method of burning divine power to an extremely high level. Once his full strength explodes, Tianhu is fearless. Tianhu, retreat. God Lord Xueyun suddenly sent a message. Retreat? Tianhu was confused and responded, why retreat? Tianyan's side failed. I met General Yong from King Yu's capital here. I'm going to run away too. If you don't retreat, I'm afraid you'll be besieged, so retreat quickly. God Lord Xueyun responded. Although the Bloody Cloud Divine Lord serves the Shiguo Luin Marquis, he has never really worked hard in Huyang City for so long. At most, he only showed 5 points of strength. Of course, such strength was enough to intimidate Huyang City and demand a large amount of resources from Luin Ho. In the fight between the two countries, there is an endless supply of power behind them. The more I am exposed, the heavier the tasks I will take on, and the stronger the opponents I will encounter. I may die one day. You can live longer by hiding your strength. My goal is not to fight for the Food Kingdom, but to obtain resources to break through to the realm of chaos. The Blood Cloud God Lord knows what he wants. In the Origin continent, generally every large city has several super powerful eternal true gods. But Lord Xueyun didn't take them seriously, and his accumulation of realms had long reached an unfathomable level. Even Tianhu and Tianyi thought he should step into the realm of chaos with 1 foot. I have cultivated both bloodline and laws, and I have also learned the 9 moves of the Chaos Realm. Looking at all the eternal true gods in the entire Food Kingdom, it is difficult to find one who is stronger than me in terms of realm. But even so, I still haven't made a breakthrough. Xueyun Shinjun looked at the terrifying existence in front of him and said, this time in Huyang City, I finally met someone who is as powerful as me. The 3 forbidden areas are guarded by Luo Feng, Mo Lixiao and the white-haired old man respectively. General Yong, who is a hidden force. After the 3 forbidden areas were attacked, General Yong, who chose to attack and kill the Blood Cloud Divine Lord, because the burst of strength of the Blood Cloud Divine Lord was a bit terrifying and already threatened the forbidden areas. You can't escape today. General Yong, who said with murderous intent, he has cultivated an infinite divine body. Looking at the entire Yu kingdom, he is an eternal true god with outstanding talents, and is highly used by the God King. He also learned many methods of the God King, reached a very high level early on, and also understood the tricks of the Chaos Realm, infinite divine body, divine king inheritance, realm, will, weapons and treasures. General Yong has no shortcomings. This Shuian's divine body is not as good as mine. General Yong has a strong murderous intention, but his level of accumulation is actually higher than mine, and the use of various tricks is weird and unpredictable. Fortunately, with the help of Huyang City's formation, we can hope to kill him today. If there is no Huyang City formation, General Yong can't do anything to the other party. General Yong, you just took advantage of the formation. Blood Cloud God smiled lightly, and suddenly his body turned into a rolling blood wave, sweeping the vast surrounding area for a while. Luo Feng can also turn into a blood river with the help of the mechanical flow secret treasure, life blood river, but Blood Cloud God, combined several moves of the Chaos Realm, can completely transform the divine body into endless blood waves. In terms of the mysterious use, it is much stronger than Luo Feng's pure mechanical flow secret treasure. Ha! General Yong was shocked. Suppress! General Yong shouted, and a huge illusory seal descended in the night sky, suddenly slapping the blood waves below, causing part of the blood waves to be annihilated, while the remaining majority of the blood waves spread in all directions, and instantly covered hundreds of millions of miles. All the living beings within hundreds of millions of miles, whether they were the living true gods or the void true gods, were all swallowed up, and even the range of the blood waves was still expanding. How dare you! General Yong's face changed. This wave of blood alone swallowed more than 1 billion lives. General Yong, I admit that you have more treasures than me, and you have the help of the formation. I can't escape if you keep consuming like this. But when you kill me completely, how many lives do you think I can kill? 50 billion, 100 billion. Can you bear the consequences of killing so many lives? The voice of the Blood Cloud God echoed in every blood wave. When the huge illusory seal crushed the blood wave, the rolling blood wave swept across areas. No. Help. What happened? A large number of lives faced a sudden disaster and were instantly annihilated in the blood wave. Go away. General Yong's face was gloomy, and the illusory seal in the air was retracted and fell into General Yong's palm, and the power of the formation was also retracted. General Yong is really wise. The rolling blood wave instantly scattered and disappeared without a trace. General Yong was quite unwilling to stay where he was. General Yong. The white-haired old man came over. It is not worth sacrificing tens of billions or even hundreds of billions of lives to kill an eternal true god of the food kingdom. General Yong shook his head. If he really killed so many people, not only me, but also your 5 major families will be guilty. How can this Blood Cloud God be so strong? The white-haired old man couldn't believe it. For so many years, he has never shown such strong strength. The two sides fought for a long time, and the Blood Cloud God was even in a weak position. Without the Huyang City formation, I can't do anything to him. General Yong was indeed a little stimulated. How famous is he? And he was cultivated by the God King. This Blood Cloud God is not famous, but his realm accumulation is even better than his. General Yong sighed secretly. Status does not represent strength. Even some idle practitioners may still have extremely high realms, and even a Chaos Lord may be born. Don't underestimate any opponent. General Yong glanced around. The living areas of the true gods in Huyang City are divided into pieces, but even so, the endless blood waves have a large range, and a few moves will affect and kill billions of lives. It is estimated that 8 billion lives died in the hands of the blood cloud. The white-haired old man looked grim. Such a huge loss must be reported to the Marquis and the capital. We tried our best. General Yong turned and left. Although the fight at the level of Chaos Overlord may swallow up an entire large city with a casual mouth, and all lives will be completely exterminated. However, the conflict at the level of Eternal True God, including the destruction and slaughter in many places in Huyang City tonight, killed nearly 10 billion lives at one time, which still gave the City Lord's mansion a headache. They couldn't hide such an open fight. In front of the Forbidden Building Hall, Luo Feng sat cross-legged, and Morosa and Tianyan were also guarding on the side. Brother Luohe, your mission is over. Li Shao sent a message to Luo Feng. The forces of the Food Kingdom have completely retreated, and they will not easily attack again. General Yong appeared, and the forces of the Food Kingdom were naturally afraid. This time, the Blood Cloud God Lord also relied on slaughtering countless lives to threaten General Yong to stop. Okay. Luo Feng stood up and sent a message. How is the situation this time? Not very good, many people in the city died. Li Shao sent a message, the details will probably spread soon. Li Shao knew very well how well informed the various forces in Huyang City were, and such a big thing could not be concealed, especially the Yanfeng Guild Hall was extremely good at collecting intelligence, and in many ways it was better than the City Lord's mansion. Luo Feng glanced at Morosa and Qinjian. We can go back. Lord Luohe, this time thanks to the Lord. General Jin Hu and the 2 Huyang Guard commanders also came to see him off. It's a small matter. Luo Feng nodded, and then took Morosa and Qinjian away on the flying boat. General Jin Hu and 2 Huyang Guards commanders watched this scene. Our losses can be ignored, but the other 2 forbidden areas have suffered considerable losses. General Jin Hu said, especially the Blood Cloud Lord, who slaughtered too many lives this time. After we defeat Tianyan, we will immediately send Luohe Lord to other forbidden areas for support. I'm afraid the result will be different. Gao Wuxue said. This is not something we can decide. Another Huyang Guard commander also shook his head. The affairs of Huyang City were decided by the most core people in the City Lord's mansion. They had no choice but to obey orders. Luo Feng was driving the flying boat with Morosa and Qinjian, and was still on the way back. Brother Luohe, something big has happened this time. Zhu Yu sent a message to Luo Feng. General Yong Hu of our Kingdom's capital appeared in the city and strangled the Blood Cloud God. The Blood Cloud God burst out with far more strength than before, killing more than 8 billion lives, forcing General Yong Hu to stop. What's going on? Luo Feng frowned slightly. From the information from his masters was Shan Ku and Duan Donghe's lineage, he knew the cruelty of the Origin continent. Not to mention the fights between the Chaos Lord and the God King. Even the fights between some super-powerful eternal true gods can still affect a large number of lives. I'll send you the details. Zhu Yu immediately sent a complete intelligence. This is the latest intelligence collected by the Yanfeng Guild Hall, very detailed. Luo Feng immediately checked the detailed information. Before this, he didn't know that General Yong Hu was in the city, and he had never found the Blood Cloud God in more than 20 centuries. Chapter 59 Tianyan's Decision. You are listening at NovelsThe. Inside the flying boat, Luo Feng watched the entire intelligence in detail. The intelligence contained a relatively detailed introduction to General Yong Hu, as well as the entire process of the attack by the forces of the Food Kingdom. As the guardian of a forbidden area, Luo Feng didn't know as much as this information. General Yong from the capital of King Yu has cultivated an infinite divine body and his strength is unfathomable. I didn't expect that he could not kill Shuyan with the help of the Huyang City formation. Luo Feng was secretly shocked. After this battle, Blood Cloud God Lord became famous. Regardless of whether it is the Yu Kingdom or the Shi Kingdom, they will pay more attention to the Blood Cloud God Lord. The next time Yu Gua takes action, he will only send a force stronger than General Yong. Food Kingdom will also play the role of Blood Cloud God Lord more effectively. This is what God Lord Blood Cloud doesn't want to see. In the future, the tasks will become more and more difficult and the danger will become greater and greater. On the Food Kingdom side, Xuan, Yu Tianhu, and Yu Tianyi are all still alive. With the Food Kingdom style of doing things, they will never give up. Luo Feng immediately drove his flying boat straight to where General Yong and Xuan were fighting. Land. Master, where are we going? Morosa noticed that the route had changed. Go to the place where General Yong and Xuan fought. Luo Feng said, and Morosa was thoughtful. Feizhou arrived at the fighting place. Luo Feng saw at a glance that a large number of Huyang guards had gathered and sealed off the area, prohibiting other people in the city from approaching here. Leave quickly. Seeing a flying boat approaching, Huyang guards immediately came to drive it away. Luo Feng put away the flying boat, and the invisible realm also protected Moyu Qingyan. As for Morosa, he naturally did not need his protection. A Huyang guard team that was preparing to expel was frightened when they saw Luo Feng's appearance. Lord Luohe. The Huyang guards were all very respectful. These Huyang guards knew the basic information about all the eternal true gods in Huyang City and could naturally recognize them at a glance. When they were patrolling the city, they did not dare to provoke the eternal true god. Otherwise, the eternal true god would hide in the small universe and quietly obliterate them. Unless the city lord's mansion paid a huge price, there would be no way to find out the identity of the murderer. I'll take a look here. Luo Feng said, and the Huyang guards did not dare to say anything more and immediately retreated. Luo Feng looked ahead. In this vast area blocked by Huyang guard, there are many high-density residential areas and some family caves, but now it is completely empty inside. All dead, no one left. Strong resentment gathered in this area, and more than 8 billion true gods were killed instantly. The anger, unwillingness, despair, resentment at the moment of death, all kinds of strong will entangled together, forming a terrible resentment. With such grievances, the Huyang guards only dared to block the perimeter, and the eternal gods would come to deal with these grievances. This kind of thing is happening everywhere in the origin continent. Not to mention me, even the God King can't change it. This is the law of the jungle. Luo Feng watched this scene silently. Although there are laws and regulations, the binding force of the laws is limited after all. How can they be as free and at ease as the Chaos Lords who swallowed up the creatures of an entire large city? Even Mei Wuqi, who tortured and killed his people, could escape the severe punishment of the law without Luo Feng taking action. Brother Luohe. A tall figure flew from a distance. Luo Feng turned around and saw that the person coming was none other than Entropy Tianyan. Entropy Tianyan, who had always been enthusiastic in the past, now had a hint of sadness. You're here too. Luo Feng looked at him. I'm here to see off my disciples. Entropy Tianyan looked at the vast area in front of him filled with resentment, and sighed. Just tonight, 8,039 disciples of my Tianyan sect died, and they live in this area. Area. Luo Feng was startled. After all, Tianyan sect is the weapon refining sect founded by Entropy Tianyan. It has many disciples over the years. It is normal for there to be more than 8,000 disciples in this area. I also lived in Tianyan sect for a period of time. Perhaps these 8,039 disciples have also seen me from a distance. Most of these disciples are mediocre, but they still work hard and want to seize every opportunity. Entropy Tianyan lamented, in my Tianyan sect, as long as they can pass many tests, everyone has the opportunity to become my direct disciple. Among these 8,039 disciples, there is one who is my direct disciple, named Mengshi. When Mengshi was a child, his parents were gone. He only entered my Tianyan sect when he grew up. He worked very hard and worked hard in every aspect of refining weapons. He studied very hard, and finally he passed many tests and became my direct disciple. Entropy Tianyan said, who would have thought that he would be affected and die tonight? Luo Feng silently looked at the vast area where only resentment remained. I have received information that Xuan, Yu Tianhu, and Yu Tianyi, who are leading the food nation this time, are all still alive. Entropy Tianyan looked at Luo Feng, information records indicate that Brother Luohe, you also took action this time. I have fought against Yu Tianyi, and he is quite powerful. Yu Tianyi will only be stronger. Luo Feng said, especially Shuyan, it is much stronger than what the past intelligence records indicate. It's much crazier than before. Entropy Tianyan looked at the area in front of him. In the past, he was very tolerant and never killed so wantonly. But this time, 8 billion were affected. And all 3 of them are still alive. I'm afraid there will be other actions. The battle between the Shi Kingdom and the Yu Kingdom will last for a long time. Luo Feng said. Yes, it will continue forever. This is my hometown, and I really don't want to see it destroyed by the battle between the 2 countries. Entropy Tianyan looked at this area, Luo Feng and Entropy Tianyan looked at this vast area side by side. After a long time, the 2 of them separated. Naturally, the eternal true gods who came here were not only Luo Feng and Tianyan, but all the forces in the entire Huyang city were shocked by this conflict. After all, conflicts have existed for a long time, but they have never been so intense in the past. The appearance of General Yong, as well as the strength and madness of the Blood Cloud God, made all the forces in the city tremble. Tianyan Gate, and Tianyan is back, and he summoned the old servant. Master. A metal life saluted respectfully. Uncle Chiu. Tianyan looked at him with a smile, I have something to ask you for help. Master, you are always so polite. Uncle Chiu grinned, his golden face smiling brightly. Tianyan looked at Uncle Chiu. He returned to his hometown Huyang city alone, walked all over the city, and found Uncle Chiu, his former servant. Later, when he established Tianyan Gate, Uncle Chiu was also the one he trusted the most, helping him deal with all the big and small trivial matters of Tianyan Gate. I'm giving you this secret letter. Once my karma dissipates, you should immediately pass it to the 5 people on the list. Tianyan said. 'Cause dissipates? Uncle Chiu, the metal life, was stunned and looked at Tianyan. Master, you have always liked to teach those disciples and make friends. This world is still very exciting and interesting. Don't give up. I don't want to die, I'm just preparing to do something dangerous. Tianyan said. Dangerous things? Master, do you have to do it? Uncle Chiu looked at him. This is very meaningful. Tianyan smiled brightly, after I return to Huyang City, I hope that every day in the future will be meaningful. This, I must do. After speaking, Tianyan turned and left. Master. Uncle Chiu looked at Tianyan's back and tears flowed down. Mengwala, Tianyan came here. Tianyan, why are you here? Menghua Tower Master came to see him with a smile. As one of the 2 eternal true gods who were most infatuated with her in the city, Menghua Tower Master still cared about Tianyan. I want to see you. Tianyan looked at Menghua Tower Master. Menghua Tower Master's divine body contained the source of the laws she had comprehended. In her, one could naturally see the figure that he wanted to see most in his heart. In Tianyan's eyes, Menghua Tower Master was already his wife, with his wife's breath and his wife's smile. Just staring at me like this? Menghua Tower Master smiled, I'll have a few drinks with you. Okay. Tianyan smiled and nodded. Do you know what happened tonight? That Blood Cloud God King slaughtered more than 8 billion lives in Huyang City. Menghua Tower Master exclaimed, it's really terrifying. I'm afraid that Huyang City will not have peace in the future. It's really terrifying. Tianyan raised his glass, let's drink. They chatted and drank wine. After an unknown amount of time, Tianyan said goodbye and left. The owner of Menghua Tower personally saw him off. Strange. The owner of Menghua Tower watched Tianyan disappear into the night sky, a little puzzled. Today's Tianyan speaks differently than usual. Then she stopped thinking and returned to her Menghua Tower, flying in the night sky. Tianyan looked at this prosperous city, which had many good memories of him. If I die, please hand over all the treasures and cosmic sand I have stored in the Dark Palace to Lord Luohe. Tianyan saw an ordinary cave in the distance and immediately contacted the dark palace of Yanfeng Guild Hall. A long time ago, all his precious treasures and cosmic sand were placed in the dark palace of Yanfeng Guild Hall. Tianyan flew to the front of the cave. Open the door. Tianyan urged. The door of the cave opened, and Tianyan flew in. In this ordinary cave, in front of a pavilion, Sang Shuiyun was sitting there drinking lonely. You're here. Sang Shuiyun looked at him. In the entire Huyang city, only Tianyan could easily enter Sang Shuiyun's cave. Yeah. Tianyan also walked to the side and sat down. Drink with me. Sang Shuiyun threw a wine pot over. Tianyan took the wine pot and looked at it. Brother Sang, you and I were both alone in Huyang city at the beginning. When I saw you, I seemed to see my own shadow. You are also obsessed with the owner of Menghua Tower like me, and you are as carefree as me. No, you have concerns. You established the Tianyan sect and trained a large number of disciples who refine weapons. Sang Shuiyun said. I always thought you and I were the same. Tianyan looked at Sang Shuiyun. You and I are the same. You are also my only friend in Huyang city. Sang Shuiyun looked at him. You can even be regarded as my only friend in this world. You and I are actually different. Tianyan said softly, I gradually discovered that you don't care about anything, and you don't care about destroying the world. Even if it is me, once you want to kill me, you will kill me without hesitation. Sang Shuiyun frowned and looked at him. Brother N, what are you talking about? In the entire Huyang city, the only person you can't hide is me. Tianyan looked at Sang Shuiyun. If you hadn't started to go crazy, I really didn't want to expose it. Sang Shuiyun looked at him in silence, his eyes cold. Blood Cloud God, did I recognize you correctly? Tianyan looked at him.